Like right now, Lakshmi Bomb, I know that they're releasing it in the OTT. It was supposed to have, I'm sure there are other films as well. When we look at the world today around us, we've also realized that we all need to come together to, battle the situation that we are in. And you've been doing your bit as well. The industry came together to help the daily wage workers. What do you have to say about that, and how important it is right now to understand and have empathy for others around you who are not as privileged?
I have been fortunate through my upbringing and even from my background and also what I've learned through Sikhi that I had this opportunity and this mindset before this pandemic came in. And what this has proved is that we can come together and help each other as humanity. There are, obviously we all live our individual lives and we are trying to look after ourselves. But the selflessness with which numerous people, so many people have come out and helped each other, helped the less fortunate, helped the real needy ones, and given a slice of their own bread to them has been an exemplary thing. Not just here, all across the world. I think humanity has seen another aspect of it, and they've also seen what bad we were doing to the environment, where when since we are not out and about and going at 100%, a lot of the environment is rejuvenating itself. My only thing is that hopefully after this ends, we retain some of this as a collective in the human race, rather than start again running around helter skelter on hoarding one's own or filling one's own coffers. I
Yes.
think a collective is the only way to come out of it, and I think this has taught us that we can come together.
On that note, you mentioned that film with Ileana, and I know that it's based. It's sort of a tongue-in-cheek comedy. I'm sure also on the topic of color bias. The bias that you face on the basis of your color. Now, this industry has also been a huge part of that, right? We used to believe that only a certain way a man looked or a woman looked, has to be really fair. For a long time, that was something that was going on today, and of course,
It is
that
still is.
it still is, right? What was the kind of bias that you and what you faced also, and do you think today how relevant it is to see that the world needs to be perceived in a different way, and even the industry that we're a part of, make
I was one of the first people from the industry to refuse a fairness cream ad. I was really down in the dumps and I really needed the money. But I took a stand that no, if I do that, then I am going against my own principles, that we are all equal as humans and everybody is as beautiful as the other. To find attraction in the opposite sex,
yeah.
there will be somebody who will find that and somebody who will not. You can have your personal preferences, of course, you're an individual, but to have it as a bias or as looking down upon people is absolutely wrong.
And I'm really hopefully looking forward to that film because I think it's important subject to discuss, and I think comedy is one of the best ways to bring that out, right?
Yeah, I think the message given with entertainment is the only message that is retained. Otherwise, it's become preachy and you kind of run away from it like a college lecture.
I agree. On that note, while I'm wrapping it, I'm going to ask a few recommendations from you. A few films that people should watch, you think they should watch, that you've been watching. And to sum it up, for people who are sort of feeling a little down and down under the weather, feeling not so good about what's happening, your few words to them.
Look, stop looking out and longing for that. I personally have always enjoyed my thoughts and company of my thoughts of penning them down or reading, learning a lot of things. So this is a time you can spend learning a lot of new things, and just believe that you're doing it for a greater good. You're doing it with the safety of your family, of your young ones, of your elders, and that you're doing it to for the families of so many millions of people across the globe. So that if you look at it like that and look at it positively, I think it should be fine. So keep yourself busy with the things that you wanted to do when you were not so busy, like when you were younger, when you were a child. I think that should hold you in good stead.
I think that's great advice, and I hope he will pick up that. And thank you, Randeep, for talking to us.
Bring out the child in
Congratulations.
you.
Always, right? But this is lovely. Thank you so much. I really
Thank you, love.
hope that's simple advice. Bring out the child in you. And congratulations once again. You have a big release right out there for everybody to watch.
Thank you.
And I'm sure they will. So thank you so much, Randeep.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Watch E-Town News Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. only on Zoom.